Hello. A quick video on my defense farming loadout I've been using on the 1999 area. I started playing the 1999 content just 6 days ago, so I've been grinding away at it, trying to just be efficient with my time. And for defense mission, obviously Speedva was my pick. The loadout, it's pretty basic, I think. Basically, you spam null star, it's gonna put the hit procs on enemies viral, also applies on the null stars, so you get the extra damage and even the viral procs from the nourish on the null star. You could swap one of the mods out for Archon Vitality. Maybe this one, but there's a small practical problem there. And obviously, this one for the speed up, so the offensive enemies get to you faster. The average time with defense is like 1.5 minutes per round. In the 1999's defense, where you get the temple from, took me 1 day to get enough of the heartstrings to build 2 of the temple, like a couple of hours. I didn't get any of the parts dropped, so I had to fully buy them, all of the pieces. Wasn't that bad? You get decent amount of arcanes from it. One of the main reasons why I'm sharing this is because I saw some people that were actually just grinding away the arcanes from the defense, specifically. They seem to appreciate I was making it a bit faster. Second, add Relax, how you pronounce it. This is a build I was using for something else, and it just happened to be primary. You probably would want something to kill acolytes with for your primary, something that has a lot of crit damage and crit chance, since flat damage gets reduced a lot when damaging acolytes, but damage reduction on acolytes and other things like that doesn't affect the extra damage from crits. So a sniper rifle or Exceltra would also work, I guess. Turret, Soma, something like that. I had Phalanx myself because I was also doing assassination right before my other loadout. Good car is the main weapon I was using with the Nova, because you don't need to actually aim at enemies, you can just block based on the map. The defense gets a bit hectic once it goes further with all of the Eximus and the like. They're pretty basic. Barrel heat, Cascadia flare for extra flat damage. Probably could go for Encomber if you're planning to go very long, but in that case you need teammates. If you go to levels where the Encomber would make you deal more damage, I don't think you're wanting to speed up anymore, to be honest. Yeah. Obviously this is pretty important for Akiko. At the same time, As you will notice at the end of the video, I started up my recording software towards the end of one of the defenses. I thought I would record it since it ended up going pretty long, just to show the much rewards you get for the time spent there. I think I did like 27 runs with a random. The hindsight of the Acolyte towards the end attacks the defense target, so it would have probably been good to have a good weapon for picking out the Acolyte. Yeah, it's for the just spraying around you based on the map if there's enemies close to you. Dual Icar is another one I had there. I had equipped a wrong loadout for it, so it ends up not doing what I was hoping it would do. This is basic radiation, viral, magnetic, corrosive, just flat damage condition. This is probably one I would have an afterthought. Obviously you can have your basic influence if you're wanting to use it, but with how little the enemies sometimes get to you, I feel like you don't really get to keep the combo up, so benefiting from all of the ability spam and then just more flat damage, I felt like was a pretty good match. Oh yeah, this was also caps for the mecha empowered, so that the status spread a bit more. And then some mods on there. I don't know if all of the specific ones are really required, but should probably look more into my doggo at some point. It's just there for the status spreading with one former. The actual gameplay, since I have the Natchez on there and also the Nourish, you don't really run out of energy at any point. Maybe a bit. It's a bit more difficult to show it here than it is if it was an actual mission. Basically, you want to swap your weapons every now and then for the vigorous swap buff, because that damage also applies to the Null Star. Pain here, because in the mission you would be holding down the cast, enemies would be coming to you faster, so you would actually have the energy orbs somewhat near you. You're gonna see in the gameplay at the end of the video. As you can see, it's pretty effective even without the extra hits from the icon vitality. The cast cooldown on the Null Star sucks a bit. It's very slow. You can't cast it any faster than this. But with the range and the viral procs, it does still deal pretty significant damage to enemies. You can see some of the virals also proccing. yeah, that's all for the talking part, and I will let you off on the gameplay. Showing this real quick. Some people like some of the previous ones I've had. Yeah. Goodbye.
you conquer the foe, so you conquer yourself.